From the land down under, with the rock at its centre, comes the little Aussie watchman. On TLAW today, the Australian Presbyterian Church is in the news. The General Assembly of the Australian Presbyterian Church are going to vote on a recommendation to cut state ties in regard to marriage should the Australian government legalise gay marriage. The concept is not new. Civil marriage, decided by the state, is separate from marriage by the church in many countries. The marriage of the state should become irrelevant, given they believe they can decide what only God can decide, marriage. As the state swirls down the toilet bowl of moral abyss, brave religious institutions are planning to stand up for truth. Marriage, by the definition of God, by the creator of man and woman, is only between a man and a woman. It was defined to be a replica of the intimate relationship that is to be found when the bride of Christ meets the Saviour, Jesus Christ, in the clouds at the call of the last trumpet. It is this shadow of an ultimate eternal truth. The state has no jurisdiction in this matter. Its power is null and void when it crosses the rubricon into base immorality. It is a relationship that at its very onset is defined by the shedding of blood. By that blood a covenant is spiritually crafted into both hearts. Both are made one during this life on earth in a spiritual sense that we are unable to fully comprehend. In fact, the church ceremony is only meant to precede the real act of marriage, which is first and foremost the sexual union between the two. It is this act that is found in Genesis that God proclaims to be the signature of the most intimate relationship you can have on earth, the marriage between a man and a wife. The state can sully itself with blasphemous ideas, pretend to be the bearer of all truth, but man cannot be God. Truth is absolute and not defined by the changing nature of man. The parliament of man, the government of this world, is at its centre wicked, sinful and unstable. While at times truth can rise to the surface, as it has in Western countries in centuries past, truth can also quickly melt away under the tide of evil that laps into the cities which are inhabited by the Laodicean church. All churches should unite for this clear cause. They should throw their hat in the ring and claim that state marriage is irrelevant if it accepts gay marriage. It will no longer be any of use, fit to be trampled on. It should be thrown out and only cohabitation be accepted as a rule that guides law. All churches should claim the right not to recognise marriage as defined by the state. However, hardly any churches will do this. Why? Because they either believe in gay marriage or they represent a timid reflection of truth. They don't care. They are happy driving their four-wheel drives, living in their houses, going to work every day, blissfully unaware of the noose that's being placed around their neck while Christian intolerance continues to rise like anti-Semitism in the 1930s. The time for being lukewarm is gone. It is time to decide which side of the fence you are on. Are you for truth, or do you plan to be deceived?